Well, let's see if this thing works. Anybody here? Anybody? Anyone? There's somebody in here. You'll probably think I'm crazy. I've generated quite a few videos trying to get this webcam to work. So who's in here? Say something. Hello. This is kind of a channel update. And Dwayne Jonas live again. Yep, I got a computer now, so I'm able to go live a little bit. This is kind of a channel update, Q&A, and channel shout out if somebody gets in here with a channel. Been a long time since I've been able to go live. I have not been able to put out any videos worth of crap lately because of editing software. So how does it look, Dwayne? Can you see me? Can you hear me? You're the only one here. Kentucky Cat Man, what's up, buddy? How are you? Just kind of popped in here to say hi to everybody, and I like the show you did on Fishing String. Yeah, do you use braid, Dwayne? Looks ugly as ever. Yeah, I know, right? Does this help any better when I turn my head around backwards? Does it make me any prettier? Appreciate y'all coming in. It's a bad time to go live, I know, but I've been having some issues with this computer going live. I've been trying to generate a live feed for about an hour now, and it's just been spitting videos out, but nothing on them. So put the shadow back on the front. Somebody just texted me a few minutes ago and said, you got a bunch of live feeds up. So I had to go back in there and delete them all. And I finally figured it out. So it's a learning process. So this new computer hopefully will assist me in making some more videos. I had to kind of shy away from my phone a little bit because the cooking video I just put up a few minutes ago was edited on my software on my phone, and it's not working real well. The volume gradually goes down as I talk toward the end of the video, and it's getting to where you almost can't hear me by the end of the video. So, yeah, I got to get a computer. So I did. And I'm supposed to get some software on there, some Power Director Pro software that's going to hopefully help that situation, because I got an overabundance of videos. You'll be tying up some leaders for the winter blues on Wheeler. It's about time to go up there. Me and John fished last night for a long time. We didn't get but one fish, and that was John. Caught that. It was like 16 pounds or something. That's the third time I've been up there in 2 weeks, and it's been awful. I mean, awful. I'm eating cheese rings. So you head out Wednesday morning. So how far is that from you on Wheeler? Just right up the road. You're still only showing one person in here. You still in here, Dwayne? Dwayne, you need to come over here one day if you're still in here. You probably ain't, but you need to come over here one day, and we need to get together and do a live feed. Maybe you can show off some of your bass fishing stuff. It's still only showing one person in here. So 4 hours away? No way. Okay. Like I say, it's only showing one person in here, so it's not showing one of y'all. What's the fishing like on Wheeler? Or I know you can't answer that question because you're not there, but what's it supposed to be like? Did you say bait fishing stuff? Yes, I did. Bass fishing. Dwayne don't like them big catfish. He says he ain't touching no big old slimy, stinking, talking catfish. He ain't doing it. Now I'm showing 2 people in here. Let's hope these don't suck as bad as my YouTube. My Facebook videos. They suck pretty bad. 3. Yeah, Dwayne's a big bass fisherman. He don't like them catfish. I'm gonna get him out one day, and we gonna try to get on a big catfish and see if I can change his mind. 100 plus, 60s and 70s, pretty rare. Wow, that's big fish. Ugly mud fish. Well, here pretty soon, I'm gonna kidnap you, Dwayne. When these fish start biting good, you just ain't gonna have a choice. I'm just gonna come by and kidnap you, and we're going fishing. So, yeah, I'm gonna eat cheese rings the whole time I'm talking, probably. I'm trying to figure this thing out, so y'all bear with me. Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out how this thing works. So how's everybody doing? Oh, so you gonna be fishing with Richard in that? Is that a tournament, Catman? Yeah, 15-pounder. That's pretty good fish. I tell you what, I don't like sticking my fingers in their mouth because I bleed pretty bad when I get cut from taking blood thinners and stuff. So you won't hardly ever see me stick my hand in one of them's mouth, because if I get tore up, I'm gonna bleed like a stuck hog. So I'm kind of a pansy too, and I have to use gloves or boga grips or something. Yeah, you'll enjoy fishing with Richard. He's a lot of fun to fish with. He's very knowledgeable, and he knows what he's doing. He when me and Christian went out with him, we had a blast. We didn't catch any fish, but we got to look at the fish finder a lot, and that's the first time I ever seen that kind of clarity on any fish finder. He had a nice one. He don't have that anymore, but yeah, well, I'm gonna be a sissy because I don't have medical insurance. So if I get some kind of infection or something, I'm gonna be pretty much screwed. So that's the way that is with me. I just try to be as careful as I can, not have to go to the doctor. Well, come over here and help me go through some tackle boxes, Dwayne. I got to get some stuff sorted out. Yeah, it sucks. I don't like not having insurance, but what can you do? So I heard about this doctor in town that charges like $55 a month. You can go anytime you want. So that's probably what I'm gonna do instead of getting insurance. Who all was in here? There's showing 4 people, ain't 2 talking. Where's the creepers? I better put these darn cheese rings up. All right, so channel updates. After the first of the year, hopefully, I'm gonna be slamming some content out. I've got 4 to 6 videos. I got 4 to 6 videos that's on my phone right now, ready for editing. I've already put them over in my editing software 3 or 4 times, and I fought this thing for weeks trying to get all these videos fixed up. It'll appear that I've got them right, and I'll notice that the voice is off. It looks like a kung fu movie or something. I'm talking and it's like, and then I'll talk again and it's like that, and I don't like that. And then the speed was off one time, and I've contacted the company, told them about it. They sent me a message back, told me to reload the program. When I reloaded it, it made me pay for it. And I paid for it because that's the only editing software I had. And it's still no better. And I could use iMovie, but I don't like it. I don't know why. It just don't have very many features. No music that I know of. I mean, I could put regular music on there. I don't know how KMB gets away with this music he puts on his without a copyright strike. I mean, I'm not talking junk about him. I'm just saying I would love to be able to put music like that on mine, but I'm always afraid of a copyright strike. I don't know if that matters, or if you got to put something in the video about whose song it is, or I don't know. I don't know how that works, but I'm a little scared of the copyright strike stuff. So that's why I use some of the music that I use on mine. But I'm hoping this Power Director Pro, what's up, Christian? I'm hoping this Power Director Pro will be a little bit better if I get it on here. This whole computer thing has been a nightmare learning experience for me. Just trying to get used to it. I was told that to get a Mac because I could download all my stuff from the cloud. I did, but none of my editing software went to it. I can't get iMovie on it. There's a lot of things that don't work from my phone to the computer. So I complained, and I said that's the only reason I got it, is because I figured that this will work better with an iPhone, and you told me it would, and I bought it, and now it don't. So they said, oh, we'll fix you then. So they're gonna put the Power Director Pro on it for free, and which is like a $200-something program, from my understanding. And after that, hopefully I'll be able to do something. If anybody's in here that don't know Kentucky Catman, subscribe to his YouTube channel. He's got a good one. And Reeling and Chilling, he got a good one. And I fished a lot with him on a lot of my videos in one form or fashion, with that or his other channel. So Dwayne, if you're not subscribed to them too, get on there and do it. I'm coming to whoop you. I know where you live. Yeah, I got a smaller boat than that now, Dwayne. I got a 12-foot boat. And we was out on a watershed lake. It's been several months ago now. And Mike Clark about turned us over trying to get the trying to get the anchor up off the bottom, and it turned loose, and I thought we was gone. And I had every box in the boat open. All the lures were out in the open. So I would have probably lost everything I had. That little boat that I got now, it's a lot better. I got a 9 horsepower motor for it. And I'm hoping that within the next few months, I'm going to get it all registered. And then I'm going to the river. And next spring, y'all probably won't never see me on a lake again if I get that boat going, because I'm going to be on the river doing some fishing. Gar, catfish, bass, brim, whatever I bite out there. So, yeah, I want to get out on the pond. I was talking to Preston the other day, and he said, "Where's T-Rex man?" I said, "You know, I almost sent you a picture the other day of a little T-Rex and told you to send it to him." L Stan, what's up, buddy? How you doing? You catching anything lately? I hadn't been watching videos like I should lately on a lot of people, because I've had a lot going on as far as this YouTube stuff and trying to make sure I get my channel tightened up for January 1 and stuff like that. So don't know if anybody heard a while ago, but I'm planning on doing some changes in January. And I was gonna start doing a little bit different type editing on there, hopefully. Hey, J&B Outdoors, welcome. Y'all check out each other's channel, subscribe to each other if you can. Share the love, whatever you want to call it. I don't care. Some good channels out there. I just hadn't been watching a whole lot of fishing channels lately. I've been watching a lot more Netflix. Somebody let me piggyback off their Netflix, and I've been watching that. Yeah. You off work, Christian? It's not late enough for you to be off work. You must be double dipping here. So, Chunky Catch, caught anything big lately? What's up, PD Fishing? How you doing, buddy? Appreciate the message on Christmas. Appreciate everything from everybody. I got me a rod. Oh, boy. I don't know if any of y'all seen it or not. I know PD can't look at Facebook, but one of my very good friends who was in this chat gave me a Big Cat Fever rod. He's probably directly responsible for ruining me now, because that's my favorite rod. So it is nice. Sick pneumonia. Ooh. That's some bad stuff, ain't it? Yeah, I got J&B. I got all interested in some shows on Netflix. I don't get to watch regular TV usually. Well, that ain't regular TV, but you know, it's different from having YouTube all the time. It got to where for a while there wasn't many people pumping out much content, so I was getting bored. 1-800 number. I had my heart broke last night, hooked on about a 20-pound blue, and the Big Cat Fever rod broke. Come on, man. A 20-pound blue? It must have already been broke. You must have slammed that sucker in the door, because I've seen Christian hang some monsters on them darn Big Cat Fever rods, and he ain't never broke one. But yeah, I'm proud of my Big Cat Fever rod. I'm telling you. Christian made a monster out of me. I looked at that thing and looked at the quality of it. So you're not kidding, huh? I looked at the quality of it, and compared to my junk, it's a whole different animal. Where did it break, PD? where exactly. I mean, they'll give you another one, I think. I mean, I think it's warranted, right? Must have had a flaw in it. The only thing wrong with this rod, and I'm sure you don't mind me saying this, Maurice K-son, hey, how you doing? I'm sure you don't mind me saying this, but the tip was messed up on it, and I imagine just the tip fishing. And I get his tip, his rod that just the tip was messed up on. But I came home and I had a tip here, and I glued it on right quick, and I looked around. Irvin, how you doing? I looked around, and I didn't have a reel that I felt was worthy to put on it. I didn't want to put any of those cheap optics on it. And no, that was very minor. I mean, I'm telling you, I had that rod tip on it like 5 minutes, and it worked pretty good. So I didn't want to put my optics on it, and I didn't want to tear my new pin reel down to put that reel on it. So there's something in the works now. I'm gonna get another reel. No, Jennifer, I'm not out fishing. I stayed out fishing all night last night, and we ended up catching one about 16. Well, John did. I didn't catch nothing. I got a little peck one time. I think it was had a piece of shad about that big around on a 8/0 hook, and I think the perch was pecking around on it because the rod tip just kept going for a long time, and it never would do anything. So John finally caught a 16. So Irvin, you everywhere, ain't you, boy? I'm gonna start calling you bird crap because you everywhere. What was John fishing with to catch so many and you didn't catch? Well, he didn't catch but one, but we was all fishing with the same stuff. We had some bait that I can't talk about. He's sworn me to secrecy on that bait, but he's been wearing them out for a while on it. And we had some perch and some shad, and we was fishing with everything from little chunks the size of quarters up to, big stuff. So we had that place Carpet Bomb one time. We had 21 rods out in that little net. To those of you who have been to Bustable Bridge, that's where we put in for the YouTube tournament. You know, that little net where they released all the fish. We had that thing Carpet Bomb with 21 rods at one time. And that's no exaggeration of the truth. And there was still people coming up to fish. And we couldn't get them in there at all. When they started leaving is when we got that takedown on that live Facebook feed. What's the best time to start catfishing? Right now. Right now. It's a little off right now, in my opinion, from the bank. But we'll see, Christian. Take care, buddy. I'll holler at you. It's a little off right now for some reason. I don't know why. But there's some people catching some big fish. There was several people over the last week. I don't know how many of these guys that you've got on your Facebook or YouTube, Dwayne, but catching them in Watery and let's see, what's the name of that place down there? There was a 70 caught yesterday. Yeah, well, it's not my secret, Chunky Cats. It really ain't, but it's John's secret. He don't want it out. He don't keep many secrets from many people, but right now he's just wanting to keep it under wraps until he figures out if this bait's any better than anything else. Yeah, I hadn't seen that, Dwayne. Are you pretty close to 10,000 subs, Chunky? I hadn't looked lately, but I ain't even near 1,000 yet. I'm still like, I think I looked a while ago, and I think I was almost 640, but it varies. I look at it sometimes and it's like 633, and sometimes it's 639. I think I saw 640 a while ago, but I was trying to think of where I've seen some people catching some big fish. Santee. Santee, there was a big one caught out of Santee yesterday, Lake Moultrie. And so there's people catching big catfish right now. This cold weather turns them on a little bit. They're a little bit slower, in my opinion, but I wish I could get down in that river. Oh, you 3,000? Well, if y'all hadn't checked out Chunky Cat's channel, you got to do that. That boy fishes from the bank right there in D.C., ain't it, Chunky? I mean, it's like right there. You can see the helicopters flying over all the time. I guess it's presidential helicopters. I don't know. Am I wrong about that? I think on a few of your live feeds, I saw some helicopters that really resembled like the president's helicopter or something. Santee, you talking about, John, Dwayne? You talking about Santee? That's an interesting place down there. I think PD can tell you a lot about that place. I think he lives closer down that way. Say it is Chunky. But yeah, Chunky Cat's fishing. He puts on some good live feeds and gets his kids out there involved and catching fish, and they fish with eels. Eel. Yeah, check him out, JB. He's a good guy. Even the president like to check you out. I like to watch them live feeds because it's lit up real good, and Chunky's got this. I call you Chunky. It's L Stan. His name's L Stan. But anyway, he's got this tape around his rods, and those rods light up like the 4th of July. I'm telling you. And they'll sit in front of the rods where the camera is facing toward the rods, and they'll watch. I'm guessing that they're watching the screen, and they can see their rods in the background when they move, and people tell them to, you're getting a bite on number 2 rod or whatever. But it's a lot of fun. Dwayne, you would probably enjoy that, even though you're a bass fisherman. So get over and check him out. Last time I was down there, Dwayne, we ran into an alligator, but he was dead. And he was a big one. That's on one of my videos where me and Christian and Chris Jordan was down there on Chris Jordan's boat. We didn't catch many fish. I think we only caught one catfish. We caught some bass and stuff. And I got a video on my YouTube on it. But we ran across a dead one. He was belly up, and that thing was about 12, 14 feet long. He was a big boy. But that was the only one I seen the whole time I was down there. But it's an interesting place, Dwayne. It's if you like to fish for multi-species, it's pretty good down there. They got some big catfish down there too, big bass. And them little cypress trees is laying down in there all over the place. And there's a lot of places for fish to hide. And then you can go over into Sparkleberry Swamp, which is like on the other side of it. I believe I'm right when I say that, Sparkleberry Swamp. And they catch like shell crackers in there. I mean, big ones. I got something on my phone on the Facebook app. And it's got Sparkleberry Swamp. And I see people catching big stuff all the time down there. Big, big shell crackers up in the swamp. So we wanted to go up in there last time, but we didn't ever make it. We just stayed out in the main river area, whatever it is. We got catfish drunk on carp bait. Very fermented carp bait. He couldn't even swim off. Yep, but there's some alligators down there. So how you been, Irvin? I ain't seen you in a while. I ain't seen you posting anything, or it's not to say you ain't, but I haven't seen it. If you're driving, don't answer that question. I don't want to see 180,000 pounds go smashing into something. In New Jersey, I wouldn't go there. Not on a bet. I ain't lost nothing up north. To any of y'all that's from up there, no harm intended. I just don't care nothing about going up that way. I'm finna go south to Florida. That's my next major trip. Go Florida ditch fishing for exotics. I want to catch some tilapia and some Oscars and long-nosed gar and stuff of that nature. So that's my next trip. Now, don't care anything about it. Even when I drove a truck, the farthest I ever been was West Virginia, Tennessee, up in that area. I used to drive a truck years ago, but when you didn't have to have a CDL, it was just a class 3 license. And well, Dwayne, you looking at a few of them. Chunky Cat's got a good one. J&B Outdoors got a good one. Kentucky Catman's got a good one. You know, I'm not talking junk about anybody, but some people are not as active on their channels as others. And I would probably be one of those right now because, like I say, I'm lacking on some editing software, and I just refuse to put out a bunch of junk. I mean, I already got junk, but I ain't gonna put out no worse junk. And so I'm gonna have to wait until I get my editing. I threw up that turtle video today because I decided not to put it on a fishing video with catfish. We caught catfish that day, but we caught that turtle, and I just decided to throw it up just to keep my channel, try to keep the algorithms up a little bit. I know they ain't real good on my channel, but at least I don't want to get pegged for not putting content out. So I thought it was a pretty good video with the turtle in it. Just wasn't able to put anything with it because of the editing stuff. But that was a big old turtle. I mean, I thought I was tied to a log there one time. I was fishing for carp, I think, at first, but I don't know what that was he bit. I can't even remember. That video is about 3 or 4 months old. And most of my videos on here are quite aged a little bit. So, but I will give you a list of some good channels. There's some really, really good ones out there that people put a lot of content out on, catch some big fish. If you go on there and look at mine, you'll see a lot of those people are on there, and we try to support each other and share the love. They don't like that S word. But anyway, they'll kind of ping you on that a little bit sometimes and take people away from you at times over that. So we say share the love, share the love. But I'm not trying to make this a Grow with Big Nasty page or Grow with Big Nasty channel, but that's kind of what some people do. I'm just doing a live feed because trying to let everybody know why I'm not putting out content right now. Not good content anyway. I got a bunch, but it's coming later. And I might do some live feeds from time to time if I can come up with some good ideas about stuff to do. What would y'all like to see, those of you who are in here? I know you said you like the fishing line video, Dwayne. I really didn't intend to do that, but that reaction tackle line impressed me so much. What's up, Mike Chavez? But that reaction tackle line impressed me so much that I'm thinking to eat a cat in a minute. I'm fixing to make a cooking video. He's in a cage over here. But yeah, it impressed me so much that I felt the need to do it, and I did. And that line has really, really changed my fishing a lot. If you use braid, which I know at least a couple of y'all do in here, you ought to at least try it. I mean, I don't get anything from them. I'm not a sponsor for them. I don't usually say stuff like this, but that line's pretty darn cheap for what you get. 500 yards for $17.99, and I can fill up about 3 to 4 reels, those high capacity reels with it. And I know that's like the optics and stuff like that. I mean, not huge capacity reels, but I was getting about 2 rods or 2 reels out of the 300-yard spider wire. Just cook weights, blind rods. Dwayne, I wanted to talk to you about something about rods here. I know you're a rod man. There's a road here that makes carbon fiber stuff. I wonder if, and you know who I'm talking about up there near the river bridge. I wonder if he'd be interested in making a rod, because now I know how to do eyelets. That eyelet I replaced on my rod here a couple weeks ago, that was like super duper easy. That was my first one, and I rushed through it, and I thought it turned out great. I really wasn't even trying to make it pretty, to be honest with you. I was just trying to get an eyelet on there so I could fish with the thing. I figured I'd cut it off and redo it later on, but it turned out so nice, I'm gonna just leave it alone. But I would love to have a carbon fiber blank rod and make a rod. See how it works. But I want a long one. I don't want about 12 foot long. I think I'm getting fond of them long rods now. So what does everybody fish with here? What do you prefer? Long rods, short rods? I did not know until Christian told me the other day that Big Cat Fever don't make a long rod. They only make a 7.6. Is that what it is? 7'6". I did not know that. Yeah, I mean, you got to be careful with that braid, but I tell you what, even though I don't fish with it anymore, that spider wire was tough. I just did not like the way it looked. When you got done fishing with it, it looked like it had been hammered, like you've been flossing your teeth with it and everything else. And it just looked weather beaten to me. And I'd have to strip off 5 or 10 feet every time I fished. And it'd get buried down in each other when you're reeling a big fish, or when you get hung. When you cast it out, it sucked. Yeah, I know you said you use KastKing. I've never tried it. I can't say anything good or bad about it. I don't really have the money to, hey, Joe Buck, how you doing? I don't really have the money to go out and spend a whole lot of money trying to test a bunch of stuff just for a video. But I will tell you this, I'm pretty impressed with that reaction tackle stuff. Yeah, I just wanted to try. Justin Fish and Fetish, what's up? I just wanted to try to make one from carbon fiber. Well, I ain't gonna make nothing. I don't know how to make that stuff. But I'm sure old boy could. You need to hush. I ain't got nothing. I'll cook you in a minute. But anyway, yeah, that's some good line. I think I got some in here. I just got some orange. And boy, you talking about high vis now. That stuff right there is high vis. And I think I like this better than the green or yellow. It's tell you what, that stuff cuts you, boy. A lot worse than any other braid I've seen. It will cut you deep, wide, and continuous. Just the way it feels like a freaking saw blade. So if it does come in contact with a tree or something, I wouldn't doubt that it'd make a pretty good sized rut in it trying to get it out. Yeah, I tried the yellow, then I tried the green, and I went to the orange, and I'm telling you, this stuff has got better visibility at night than both of the other ones put together. 65 pound fluoro orange, I guess that fluorescent, not fluorocarbon. That's some bad stuff right there, boy. And you can buy 1,500 yards for $47. Now I was paying almost $15 for 300 yards of the other stuff I was using. And this is 500 yards for $17. So a lot better value at least. And it'll load. I loaded 3 rods down with that, and there's still a good bit left on it. Three good sized reels. So how you doing, Joe Buck? Just kind of popping in here to see what's up. Get everybody talking. Don't know if any other live feeds on or anything. I ain't been out of the house today. Well, I'm live. I went out earlier to get some coffee, and I come back and I ain't been out of the house yet. But I'm fixing to go. If it don't rain in a little bit, I might go fishing again. We didn't do too good last night, but if I could find me a little spot to get in on the river, I'd probably sneak down and go fishing a little bit. 7 people in here, 3 or 4 talking. That means there's 3 creepers in here just watching. So everybody have a good Christmas. Santa Claus get to you. I know you, Justin did. He dressed up like Pimp Daddy Payne for Christmas. Him and his wife's a trip. Let's see who this is. This is probably a telemarketer. Watch this. Hello?
Hello.
Yes. Let me call you right back, okay? All right, bye. I thought that was a telemarketer. It was not. So, 578 yards for $28. Will Patterson, what's up? So you driving and listen? Well, you must be typing or something, Irvin, because you had to type that. You're gonna wreck that big old truck and go off the side of that bridge like that picture I posted one time with a Swift truck down the side of the bridge. $28. Is that for the Cast King, Mike? I may try it at some point in time. I've had no reason to sway from this stuff. I was really getting pretty frustrated with the spider wire at the end. Not because it's not tough, just because it looks like hammered crap when you get through fishing with it. I mean, it looks bad. We're talking about fishing line right now, Will, but we've been talking about a little bit of everything. Been talking about editing videos and Justin Fishing Fetish dressing up like Pimp Daddy Payne for Christmas, all kinds of stuff. So bring up a topic, we'll talk about it. It's 44 minutes in right now. I'm probably going to stay in here a few more minutes, but probably won't stay in here a whole long time because I got to figure out what I'm going to do. I got to figure out what I'm going to eat and if I'm going to make a restaurant review video. If I do eat, you can't see anything but what you're posting. Well, you got something going on with your live chat. I don't know how to tell you how to fix it. Sound like something in my house. Sound like somebody had done broke in. Shouldn't be no noises back there. Cat's right here. I'm serious. I'll be right back. Dang, I don't know what that was. I thought I was finna get it to shoot somebody. Because there ain't nobody in the house but me. And I heard something in that room in there. I don't know, was the floor popping from the house cooling off or what. But anyway, we're cooking wings and gonna watch some Tigers whoop Ohio State. I don't know nothing about that stuff. I don't do sports. 6,500, I might try a new line on it. Well, I got a buddy of mine last night. He was using mono the other day, and he switched to braid, and his casting distance increased a little bit. I don't know how y'all feel about that. I know that's a touchy subject with some people. My casting distance increased about 20, probably at least 20 yards doing this. Going to that reaction tackle from another braid. It's just so limber. And I like it. I'm pretty happy with it. What is what's the guarantee on them big cat fever rods, Mike? Can you tell me? I mean, do they guarantee those things for life, or just like everything else? Yeah, braid cast a whole lot better. I'm telling you, I hate mono. I used it for years when I didn't know no better, but I won't never go back. The only thing I use mono for is a leader, and it's probably most people wouldn't buy this stuff I buy. I'll get it and show it to you. Ow! That hit my toe. This is probably cheap stuff you can get. This whole roll was $14. But offshore angler, 80-pound mono. That's what I use for a leader. And I rub it between a belt real good and get that memory out of it. I mean, of course, you ain't got to worry about much when it comes to the mono leaders, because, I mean, it's just right on the end, but it does relax it a lot when you rub it between a belt. You can fold that leather belt over and just run it over a couple of times, and it takes all the memory out of it. But that's what I use. 322 yards, 80-pound tight line offshore angler. That's some good stuff. I used the 50 before, and I never had a leader break, never on 50. So, and I fish in the river a lot and stuff. So. All right, so Whisker Seeker rods are guaranteed 1 year. I seen Mike say something about, I thought it did. Pretty much, if they fail, I'm sure Caleb would fix them. Yeah. Like I say, everything I had was junk until Christian give me that, and now I'm really funny about what I want to put on it. I got all of a sudden got a case of conscience when it comes to putting a a reel on that big cat fever rod, because it's a pretty thing. I mean, I'm tell you that it's pretty. I wouldn't have never bought one. I'll just tell you that, but I really like it. It's pretty, and it looks like it's pretty durable. I hate braid. I cast it. I can't cast it worth crap. You know, I don't know. It's to each his own, I guess. I hate mono. I can't stand to hear it slap on them darn eyelets. And I'm not an OCD person when it comes to that. I can just tell. It's like pulling a parachute on a drag car going down the road. It just don't make no sense. I can't see why anybody would want a bunch of line with all this memory. And I know this is 80-pound test. I mean, it's gonna have it, but that stuff right there ain't got it. And I've just learned how to use the braid. It takes a little bit to get used to. Switching from mono to braid, you have to get used to your hookups and how your hookups is going to work. But with a catfish, you know, most of the time they're pulling it down anyway, and they're going to hook themselves, so it don't matter. But if you're sitting there trying to set a hook on a bass or something like that, it's different. I'm telling you, it's different. I don't know how to explain it. Some people could probably explain it a little bit more intelligently than I could, but it took me a while to get used to braid when I was bass fishing a lot. And a backlash braid, yeah. You won't do that if you use a spinning rod. I'm just saying. I wish I could show you. I might try to take my computer back there and show you. I don't have everything back here, I don't think, but I'm going to try to take my computer back here and show you my rod stuff. That's my rod holder, racky thing for the inside. So this is a big cat fever rod I just got from Christian. Pretty nice rod. I know you can't see everything, but that's my junk. And now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think I have almost 12 catfish rods. And this time last year, I had none. Absolutely none. My 50-pound fish that I caught at Bustable Bridge, my personal best. We'll make you one of them, Dwayne, if you want to. We'll pattern this and make you one. You're going to have to buy the plastic. But getting back to what I was saying, 50-pound fish, I caught it off Ugly Stick G3 from Walmart with 20-pound spider wire on it. And that fish liked to spool me out. You hear me? It was a really, really eye-opening experience. That's when I realized you gotta have bigger rods, because you can't do this all the time. You catch anything bigger than that 50, you're done. Yeah, I'm just getting started. I probably won't have, well, I shouldn't say that, because that rod rack wasn't nowhere near being full 2 years ago. And now I got rods in the closet and everywhere else. I got to get rid of some stuff. I got to get rid of some stuff that I'm not using. A lot of that stuff's bait rods and bass rods that I really don't use that much anymore. But I'm not giving up bass fishing. I'm just taking a little break. I'll probably get back on it when I get in the river. But that 12, out of that 12, I'd be willing to bet you any amount of money that either one of y'all's got. I ain't got as much in that whole rack of rods back there, and everything I own then y'all got in one rod and one reel. If you got a big cat fever and a what's some reels y'all use? Abu Garcias and stuff. I bet you I ain't got as much on that whole rod rack and all everything as y'all got one rod and one reel. Yep. I agree with you, Mike Chavez. After my 50 last December the 11th was 1 year since I caught my 50. And that was my PB. I swear there's somebody in this house or something going on here. But yeah, after that, I was done. I didn't bass fish hardly any at all this year. And Dwayne Jonas can tell you that I went a lot before that. I mean, I did go bass fishing a little bit, but I didn't concentrate on it this year. I had nothing going on except gar and catfish. And anybody that knows anything about me knows I love them gar, and I'll be after them next year again. But yeah, the catfish kind of had me screwed up. I didn't, until this year, I didn't know anything about catfish spawn. But watching a lot of YouTube and this, that, and the other, it learned me a lot about the catfish spawn and what happens and what they'll do, and that the fishing sucks, and it sucks even a little bit more when they're getting ready to come off because you don't really know. Now, I think my personal opinion this year was when all that water got to moving around like it did, that that they probably went back on the nest because it just didn't get real good after the catfish spawn this year. But like I say, this was my first year dealing with it. Didn't know much about it. So January 12th specifically is when I caught my big fish on the on Lake Wiley on the YouTube tournament. So there's big fish running around out there, Dwayne, in January. The colder it gets, they don't stop. It ain't like them bass; they just don't lay down at the bottom and go to sleep. They sitting there waiting on food. The flatheads seem to slow down a little bit. Yeah, I need to. Where exactly do you live, Mike? Is it Virginia? And I'm gonna ask you a question in a minute, Justin, about that. Just go ahead and be figuring how big your biggest catfish was. But southeastern Virginia, I might can make that trip. I'd love to come up there and fish with you. I think we'd have a blast cooking, and we'd do a collaboration cooking video and fishing video. That'd be fun. I think I'd enjoy that. I'm gonna make some trips this year. I'm gonna try to go to Florida first. I want to get that out of the way first because I've been thinking about that for some time now. But after that, I'm liable to go anywhere. I've been wanting to go to Georgia and see old K&B and fish with them. Whew. PB at 85 pounds. That's a big fish. That's a big fish. You'd have to clean my britches out. Yeah, I'd love to come up there. I love watching your. I know you got a fishing channel too, but and I know it's both, but I love to watch you cook. I mean, you make that cooking stuff really interesting. That ain't the reason why I started the channel. I've been cooking all my life, so I just wanted to do it. And I have a whole lot more fun on my cooking channel than I do my fishing channel. And I'm not saying I enjoy cooking more than fishing. I have a whole lot more fun on my cooking channel than I do my fishing channel because it's easier. Cooking and doing the restaurant reviews like I do, I can edit a video in 10 minutes and have it up or ready to go up. But that fishing stuff, it takes hours. It takes hours and hours. I love them both. But as far as what do I enjoy the most, I enjoy my cooking channel more as far as how you got to put everything together. And I want to do a catch and cook soon. If I could find somebody that had a little brim pond, and Dwayne Jonas might be an integral part of this next discussion. I would like to find a pond where we can catch some good sized bluegill and stuff and do a catch on my fishing channel and a cook on my cooking channel. Yeah, much easier. I got to where I don't use but one video camera on my, sometimes I'll resort to two on my fishing, but it's just too much to do. I'm not lazy, but doing it on my phone was rough. I mean, really rough. Trying to edit everything and trying to see. I've ruined my eyes trying to look at that phone and do stuff. That's the reason why I got a computer, because I was tired of dealing with it, and I'm tired of my channel suffering over it, because I'm getting old and can't see and having to do it. If anybody says this stuff ain't is easy, I'll hire you if you'll work for nothing, and I'll show you how easy it is. It ain't easy at all. Plus, when you get out on the fishing part of it, there's a lot of stuff that goes on out there. I don't call it stress because I enjoy fishing, but it is pretty stressful getting all your equipment out. And I want to ask you about that in a minute, Mike. Getting all your stuff out, getting it set up, watching the rods, trying to worry about getting the camera cut on. Now, I do have a 9-hour battery, and I want to give a shout out to Combat Carl. He gave me a 9-hour battery for my GoPro, and that was a lifesaver as far as having the power to do the things I need to do. Because before I had to change batteries out so much. And Mike, if you don't have one, you got to get one. I mean, that thing's a lifesaver, because you know how short those GoPro batteries are. They just suck. Even the high capacity batteries, I guess they're high capacity batteries, that they just don't last that long. And leaving the camera on is even worse. But that 9-hour battery, I mean, you charge that sucker and it encapsulates into the, I'll actually show it to you. Stand by. The battery pretty much encapsulates the camera. So this is what it looks like once you put the GoPro inside of it. All right. You can see the screen on the back and everything. I tried all that remote stuff, but this right here is the Cat Daddy. You're supposed to be able to leave this thing on for 9 hours and it won't go dead. You just open the door. You have to take your little door off your GoPro, and it pretty much works on those little plugs right there. You just stick it on there, push it on, and close it. You can turn your GoPro on same way as you always did. If your GoPro battery starts to go dead, you look here on the side and you mash this button, and the battery that encapsulates the GoPro starts charging your GoPro. So you could literally leave it on all day and it will keep charging your GoPro battery. Yes, Amazon has them. That's where this come from. You can see it's charging the GoPro right now because the light's on. But there are flaws to it. They're very minor. Oh, this is the charging port, by the way, and it's supposed to be waterproof, maybe. It's got a gasket on anyway. So the charging port is there for this. And the lighting, see, it's got the 4 bars. As the charge goes down on it, those lights will start disappearing from top to bottom. So, yes, this thing is, I'm telling you, you got to have a 128 gig card. But Carl got me the battery and the 128 gig card. And I have yet to run out of memory on this thing. And I've yet to have to take one of my batteries. I got a GoPro box over here. And I keep all my stuff in it. I got lights. All kinds of fixtures in here. The little jaws of life, whatever I call it. Cases, lights. That's LED light I use for night fishing. It's pretty bright. And but I used to have my batteries that I carried in a bag, and I had to swap them out all the time. Yeah, you can do that too, looping. But from my understanding, this battery here ain't but about right at $90-something, maybe. I don't know. Can't remember. A buddy of mine just bought one for his GoPro. He loves it too. So it saved me a world of trouble because I was trying to do a 7-day fishing challenge last year, and between charging batteries, I couldn't do it. I couldn't keep up. Trying to keep all those batteries charged and running through the house at night when I go to the bathroom and trying to swap batteries off, and with my redneck engineer, and it just wasn't working. So when I got that thing, it changed my life as far as batteries. I don't ever have to worry about that. As long as you come home and charge that external battery up, it ain't gonna go dead. I don't think a man can fish more than I fish in one sitting, and I've never run it dry. So, but the concept is, turn the thing on, you can get all your takedowns. The bad part about that is you got a lot of video to edit. You got to watch every minute of it. I don't like that part. That's why I just turn mine on when I get bites. If the bite's hot, I might leave it on, but if it's not, I just turn it on and off. But Carl told me that it will, when you turn the camera on, sometimes looping is the answer. I'll have to try that. I hadn't tried that, Mike. I really hadn't. So I couldn't tell you one way or the other if it's good or bad. I hadn't tried it at all. I just recently tried a different view on mine, and I like it better than the Super View. So, but he says if you leave the battery on, sometimes it will affect the way your camera. Sometimes you lose footage because the camera don't cut on like it does, like it's supposed to. But I leave mine on voice command where I can say, GoPro, start recording, and it will start doing its deal. GoPro, stop recording. But if you get excited when you catch a fish and you say, GoPro, start recording, guess what? It don't pick up on your voice. You got to slow down and say, GoPro, start recording. And it will it will not sense excitement and change your wheel. If you change the way you say it, it will screw up. So that's the only deal with that. And I hate reaching over and having to turn it on, but if the bite's hot, that will be the ticket. So, all right, enough about camera batteries and stuff, but try it out. There was one question I was wanting to ask you. Do you like the Mac computer to edit your stuff? Do you like that? And if you do, what program do you use? Okay, I see. I thought that's what looping was. I'm from the Mill Hill. I'm learning a whole new language here of everything. See, I can't do iMovie on mine because it won't work on my computer for some reason. They said it would not go on this computer. I do it on my phone. I may as well just get to the computer. We'll see. We'll have to see how this thing works out later. I'll have to try this new editing software and see if it works. If I don't, I might have to get on the horn to Splice, because I really like that program. I really like Splice. iMovie came with your Mac. Yeah, that'd be nice to have it. They told me it was a different program, but so far I've not had much problems with this computer. Just trying to learn it. It is totally different than a regular PC. Totally different than what you're used to on a Windows program or whatever. But I like it. It's just taking a little getting used to here. Just like when I was doing the trying to do the live feeds a while ago, and I was mass producing them, and people was texting me on your phone, you got like 14 videos starting. I was trying to start it and I couldn't get it to run, and I finally figured it out. So I don't know what that was. I just hit the right button at the right time, I guess. Well, I've been in here about an hour and 11 minutes. Y'all probably getting bored, so I appreciate everybody coming in. Appreciate all the thumbs up. I don't think we have more than 7 or 8 people in here at one time. Got 5 thumbs up, so I appreciate that. And we might do this again at some point in time. I'm not going to make a habit of doing it every week, but I might get on here from time to time and do a live now that I have the means of doing it. And to all of you that are watching that have been producing videos that I ain't commented on, don't think I ain't watching them. I'm watching them. I just got a lot going on, not always able to comment, but I can promise you, if you got a video out, I watched it, or I will watch it, because I binge watch stuff. That's what I do. So Mike, got to catch up on yours. I'm just going to be straight up with you. I hadn't watched all your content lately, but I'm going to get on it pretty soon and cook us up something good. And I guess I'll see y'all later. Appreciate you stopping in. Thank you, everybody. Uh-oh. The mouse went to sleep. See y'all later.